Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with a reading. Capricorn, this is what are their true intentions in love. Hope you guys are all well, and these are general reads, Capricorn, so they could be switched vice versa, back and forth, right? Let's get into it, you guys, and you're seeing yourself, Capricorn, as the Five of Swords, right? And this Five of Swords is usually somebody who is kind of self-protecting. Let's have a look at the Five of Swords. In this deck, it is different. The man lies in the desert, detained by 5 upright swords, which pierce roses. Okay, this is about, wow, this is about disgrace, weakness, blame, late insight. Acceptance of the unavoidable, clear perspective, and new knowledge. I feel like you could have perspective, right, of kind of the unavoidable, or acceptance of the unavoidable, maybe. You could be seeing yourself as feeling weak here in a situation, right? Disgrace. I'm not going to talk about disgrace here. I haven't seen what you've done yet, Capricorn. How could I say you're disgraceful, all right? I could never say that, right? Yeah, these cards are a little bit deep, but maybe you are dealing with something, acceptance of the unavoidable. Like maybe you just have to accept something. Because I'm looking at these cards here. We have the anxiety card. All right, and then we have, okay. So let's see what that's about as we get into the reading, because it talks about a few things, right? Let's kind of put everything together just in a little while here. The Eight of Swords showing up. Your person is seeing themselves as the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords in this deck is 2 people both captive amidst 8 swords, are nevertheless separated and do not talk to each other. Wow. Your person could be, if this is your union, maybe they are seeing themselves as, like, maybe you guys aren't talking to each other. If you are in union with this person, I don't know if you are, just because they're your person, maybe this is your person and, maybe you don't live together, so you can't really be separated, so to speak. And excuse me, guys, but I have the cerveza illness, right? And this is why the camera is back on the cards. First of all, I have fatigue and, look terrible. But it's not really about that so much. It's kind of about my voice and kind of just don't have the mojo, right? No, I don't, to do that. But let's see what we have. And I just did that kind of for a switch up, right? And let's see what else it says about the Eight of Swords here. Disturbance, interference, limitation, conflicted, right? Blame, resistance. Problematic thoughts, a mental prison. Yeah, we always know the Eight of Swords is a mental prison in every deck almost. And then we have delimitation of your own ideas. Like, setting yourself free kind of, right? And great mental tasks. So your person, I feel like, is in this fence of swords, kind of like a mental prison. They are. They could feel like they're having problematic thoughts. They definitely are. I feel like your person feels disturbed, or conflicted. Yeah, they could be blaming themselves for something here, right? Wow. I feel like you are accepting something, and you could be accepting the unavoidable, and your person could be blaming themselves. However, whatever they're doing, they feel totally stuck in the situation, right? Like in a mental prison, or kind of majorly conflicted, right? And let's see, and now we have the card of community. This is usually family, taking care of each other, safety nets, and exile. So we know exile is leaving, right? Maybe a person has to leave a situation. It's right next to this Eight of Swords, how they are seeing themselves. The teacup, it talks about rest and rejuvenation. Yeah, it does. And let's see what else we can elaborate on. So it is ease and rest and a small mind. Sometimes a small mind can be a few different things. We're going to find out what that is. Small mind can be like, it can be somebody who is kind of maybe not focusing. They're just kind of using their small mind. They're not, they're not opening up to maybe, a complete, like the whole situation, sometimes a small mind. And it can sometimes imply somebody who is sometimes who is petty. But I feel like this small mind is somebody may not be seeing everything, maybe. We're going to find out. We have the anchor here. The anchor talks about security. It could talk about somebody who's overseas sometimes. But it does talk about security, right? The anchor, let's kind of, anchor this situation down. Maybe somebody is in, maybe this is, you know, maybe this is a secure situation, but it doesn't kind of look like it really, right? But we're going to find out what the anchor's about. The Ace of Swords is about challenges in this housewife's deck. Yeah, it is. Major challenges, right? And let's see what else we can glean from that, because they're showing the big sword there, or it's a huge knife here, where we usually cut. This is about cutting the cake. It is maybe about, you know, what cake to cut, right? It's because it's the housewife's deck. No, you don't have to be married, but let's look at the Ace of Swords and see what it what we can glean here, or kind of elaborate on. And it talks about challenges, like I said, trials and upcoming ordeals. OMG. Somebody is having anxiety here too. The anxiety card's right here. There could be upcoming challenges here. Your person feels really stuck, conflicted. If they're with somebody, they feel like if they are with somebody else, Capricorn, at this moment, whatever, you know, is going on is pretty bad. Like, they're seeing themselves as separated from whoever that they are maybe living with here. And the Five of Swords, your energy is, I feel like you are seeing yourself as maybe kind of, you know, having to like accept the like unavoidable. You could be, right? It could be about a few things. So we're going to find out when we, you know, look at the tarot reading. So let's get into it here without further kind of, you know, oracle explanation, right? Because, you know, all these cards are at least used, right? As maybe they're dealing with somebody who has a small mind. They could be, right? Yeah. So let's see what we have. Small mind is kind of, it's kind of a vague term, right? Yeah. I mean, if somebody's kind of, you know, really ignorant, right? Or ignorant doesn't really mean they're stupid. Ignorant, that's what people don't understand what ignorant means. Ignorant means that you haven't been taught. Yeah, that's all it means. That's it. Nobody taught you. You never learned it. This is ignorance. So, you know, sometimes people with a small mind may be ignorant, right? Yeah, okay. It doesn't mean they're not intelligent. So let's see. There could be some ignorance here maybe going on, like possible. But let's get into it here. Your recent past energy is the Magician. You have the High Priestess. The Strength card here, Capricorn. What you want is to hold on. You want to hold on to somebody here. So you could be thinking that this is, the ending is unavoidable, something like that, right? And the Sun card is what you're fearing here. You're fearing clarity, or you're afraid of a Leo. Maybe your person is Leo, right? Yeah. And their energy is the Nine of Wands. And their challenge is the Hermit. And the King of Wands is what they are fearing or doubting. So you could definitely be dealing with a Leo here with the Sun card. And the King of Wands, like juntos, right? They're together, basically. And let's see here. Your person, it's possible they could be Aries. The High Priestess is Pisces. And here we have Leo again here with the Strength card in the challenge. Virgo is showing up in their challenge. Maybe they're dealing with a Virgo. But in this reading, you know, this rest over here and challenges, upcoming ordeals, anxiety, maybe, you know, they are soul searching, right? Because most people who have anxiety are kind of trying to figure out how to get rid of it. They're like, you know, or they're dwelling on something that's causing the anguish and the anxious and the angst, or the anxiousness, right? Anxiety is really anxiousness, right? It comes from that German word, angst. Yeah, it comes from that word. If you've taken psychology, you'll know that. They teach that. Unless, you know, they teach, these days they teach garbage in the schools. Yeah, they do, guys. Sorry to say. Even at the university. I'm not saying if you don't get a degree, you're not going to learn something. I'm saying they teach you what they want what they want. They teach you their narrative, so, you know, you'll vote that way, you'll do this, you'll do that, you'll believe that this is going on, but it's not. You'll just, so they can have you under their clutch. Yeah, that's what they teach. It's called indoctrination. The Magician showing up, guys, with the Eight of Cups. I'm not telling anybody not to go get a degree. Although I'd be, you know, very careful about, nowadays the universities are actually activists. Yeah, so we're not going to get into that because, you know, you can't talk freely anyway. But, yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now. But we have the Magician reversed in the Eight of Cups, right? This is your energy in the recent past, Capricorn. So you look like you left a situation. I feel like you left a situation because I feel like you are accepting the unavoidable. Yeah, you are. And I was getting that, right, when I was, kind of looking at that Five of Swords, right? You left a situation. It was showing up in your last reading. Maybe you didn't even tell somebody you're leaving. Maybe you left emotionally. Like, I'm emotionally unavailable now. Sorry, you got this brain fog here, you guys, yeah. And, you are emotionally unavailable to somebody. Maybe you didn't tell them you left, right? I like to tell people I left just so I can, like, give a little, a little kick, right? I have a Sagittarian friend. She goes, oh, no, I never tell them that I'm leaving. She goes, I just totally, right? I just, like, lead them on. She goes, that way I can really ream them good. Yeah, she cracks me up. It's a Sagittarian who is feisty and full of life. I would say she is, totally. So, I feel like you left here. I don't know if you told them or not. I feel like you left because you feel like you have to accept the unavoidable. And now we have the Hierophant. Yeah, you left some type of a committed relationship. You could have walked away from your person because they're married. Because they're seeing themselves as potentially in a situation where two people are separated. Right? The man has his back to the woman. And they both look really sad. And they're in this fence of swords. Like, stuck with anxiety, stuck with harsh energies, stuck with doubts, stuck with fears, stuck with maybe, just a problematic situation. And that's what they were saying, too, about the Eight of Swords. And the High Priestess is your current energy. I kind of like your reading, Capricorn. Not because you're walking away from somebody, but I feel like it's a little bit interesting. Yeah, maybe because I'm using these other cards for sure. And the High Priestess, the Three of Pentacles, is showing up because they offer something different, right? Yeah. The Devil card reversed. This is you right now, Capricorn. You're showing up as the devil in the reverse, all right? Capricorn, I want you to flip the card and be the devil that you really are, all right? Right? I want you to be, it's interesting how people say that about their kids. They're like, well, he's usually acting like a brat, but I know he's really sick because he's not being a brat. Bring back that really terrible behavior. Or bring back the mischievousness, mischievous behavior. Yeah. Or mischievous. I feel like there's two ways to say that. There is. I feel like there is. But, Capricorn, we want you to be the real devil that you are. That's how we know we know you are, like, okay, right? Yeah, we want you to be okay, Capricorn. We do. All right, yeah. So, right now you have the High Priestess, the Three of Pentacles reversed. I feel like your current energy, I feel like you're ending a third party here because of a secret. Or, right? Or, Capricorn, you are like ending a third party here. Your person's with somebody, I'm pretty sure. And you could be avoiding an upcoming ordeal. Yeah, that's why you could be, maybe. This is upcoming ordeals, the Ace of Swords. You could be thinking, I'm avoiding this. Yeah, and maybe you both have anxiety. I don't know if you have anxiety, Capricorn. Maybe, I feel like they do. Nine of Wands, Five of Wands. I feel like you're just walking away because you're like, maybe you do too, but I don't think you have anxiety, maybe not, right? Maybe you do because you're not being the devil you usually are, all right? Okay, drop the anxiety, Capricorn, all right? This is Dr. Denise here. Yeah, this is called Dr. Denise. She uses herbs, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a medicine person. That's why I opted to get sick, like, right? I just said, what, I'm not taking any jabs. I don't know what they put in it. And I'll just get sick and, I'll have to deal with it, right? And, so let's continue with this reading here. And let's get back to the tarot, right? And let's see, let's get another card in your current energy here. OMG, Capricorn. And the Seven of Wands, you're super overwhelmed. That's why you're in the reverse here. I feel like you are releasing yourself on some level from this person, whether or not it's physically or you emotionally walked away from them, right? I like how we can do it emotionally or physically or both, right? Yeah, we can. That's kind of the interesting thing about, about emotions. You can do it in your heart and you can also do it physically, right? And the Strength card is your challenge, right? This is Leo maybe. And the Emperor, or this is you too with your courage. This could be Aries too, but definitely there's a lot of fire energy here. But you could be also, the courage, your challenge here in the situation could have the courage to kind of take steps to walk away. I feel like this is in this energy, what I'm getting, in this reading, what I'm getting is that you kind of have to you feel like you have to take steps to walk away from this person because they had you in their clutch. Yeah, I can't even speak right with this brain fog. So, yeah, they had you in their clutch. Wow, I can't stand this situation, right? The Emperor here with this brain fog. And let's look at the challenge a little bit more, the Queen of Cups. So it could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio that's challenging you. Maybe they're dealing with one. This could be that, your challenge is just love. It could be. The Queen of Cups sometimes just shows up as love, right? All these cards, these court cards can just be energies, right? I read them as people and energies both. But there could be a Piscean here, a Cancerian, or a Scorpio that is really challenging you. Like maybe they're with this person, right? And the Four of Pentacles is what you want. And you want, I feel like, wow. So I feel like you want to hold on to them, and maybe you want them to leave somebody else. Six of Swords. I feel like that's it. Yeah, you're walking away from somebody because they're in another union. And they're in another union that's really cruddy. Cruddy and crappy and, janky and, whatever the word is right here. Sorry, Capricorn, I'm laughing at your person here. You could be saying, all right, right on, right? Yeah. Keep up keep up the teasing on them. The Eight of Swords, I feel like they are in an unhappy relationship. Maybe it's a family here. This is exile. I feel like they're thinking of exiling, but you left them, right? You're in exile. You're like, get the hell out of here. But I feel like you want to hold on to them and you want them to leave somebody else. Six of Swords. This could be the reason why you left. This is an interesting read, right? It's a really nosy reading. All right, it is. You guys know I like to get nosy. And the King of Cups showing up. Yeah, this is definitely a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio. You might think that this person is your soulmate, or that you guys could be a real trophy couple, or a real, this kind of super, just like you guys are meant for each other, right? You could be thinking this is your twin flame. You could be thinking, but you could be thinking that this person is kind of we're meant to be. And what you are fearing is the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun card. You can be dealing with Leo and you want them to leave, maybe you want them to leave a Sagittarian or vice versa. It's interesting here. I feel like I feel like you think that you guys are the best couple here. Yeah. And you could be right, because I feel like they're with somebody they're not happy with. Yeah, I feel like that's the case here. And let's see why the Wheel of Fortune you're fearing that. Page of Cups reversed. You could be fearing that they're unavailable. Emotionally unavailable to you, possibly. Because of, these other people. Sagittarius or Leo, you could be maybe you're fearing that you're going to get, you're fearing you're never going to be happy with them or have success with them because they're emotionally unavailable to you, right? How can I ever be happy or succeed with this person maybe? If they're emotionally unavailable, you can't do anything with somebody who is emotionally unavailable, right? Maybe you're fearing here that you're going to get some communication from them that is, no good. Maybe you're fearing you're not going to get any communication from them. Page of Cups reversed. This can be a messenger here. Yeah, maybe you're fearing you're not going to get any communication from them. You could be fearing this is fated, right, with the Wheel of Fortune. You could be doubting you're going to have luck here with the Wheel of Fortune, right? You could be doubting you're going to have luck with this person. Anybody who's ever been in love with anybody always thinks at one time in their life, you know, maybe I'm not meant to have good luck with this person, so, or maybe they're not meant for me. Or maybe, I mean, people even said, even in the comments, right, that I never have good luck in love. And, you know, unfortunately, I feel like there's somebody for everybody in this world, but, you know, hopefully you'll find that person, right? Because there are people who have riches. I mean, this is kind of a downer, but they have riches, and they're good looking, they got good health, they got it all, but they don't seem to find the person that they really want. Right? Sometimes that can happen. For me, that's tragic. Yeah, it is. So let's see. I feel like you are fearing here. Maybe you're afraid they're not going to, you know, make an apology to you, something like that. Let's get another card. I feel like you're fearing they're unavailable for a particular reason. Why is that Page of Cups there? I feel like because they're in another union. 9 of Swords. So you're worried about worry. OMG. I feel like you need clarity on this person. Like you don't know where they're coming from entirely. I feel like you left this person, Capricorn, because they have somebody and they were emotionally unavailable to you. And you're like, this is unavoidable. This is, I have to accept this. I have to accept it here. Yeah, that, you know, I have to accept it and I have to have my own balls, kind of like to walk away. You want to hold on to them. You want them to leave somebody here. 6 of Swords. But that's what you want, but that's what you're not getting. So let's look at the 9 of Wands for them. They have the King of Pentacles. That's you. So they're worried. In the recent past, they didn't know what was going to happen with you. I feel like they didn't know if you were going to end it with them. The World card. Maybe they didn't know if they should end it with you. Because they're holding on to these, this fence-type love affair that they got. Yeah, they have this love affair where there's no hearts or cups. There's only swords. That's the relationship your person's in. Yeah, they even have their person in wearing an ugly dress because they're cheap. Just teasing you guys. I don't know if they're cheap, right? How do I know, right? But in the past, they were worried about you on some level. I feel like you ending a cycle with them. That's it. 9 of Cups. You're their wish, Capricorn. Yes, you are. And their current energy is the 5 of Wands and the Lovers. They're feeling challenged. I feel like maybe by other lovers. They could be challenged by Gemini, right? Gemini could be challenging for sure. They are the King of Swords, right? With all their wit and, you know. And let's see what else we got. And now we have the Page of Wands. You know, this is their current energy here. They're challenged here about making a choice and a new path. It's with you. They know you're letting them go. I feel like they do. I don't know if you told them or not, Capricorn. Right? You might have pulled, you know, Gina's way to do it. Gina's way, my friend. She just said, you know, I just screw with them. I never tell them I'm leaving. And then, you know, they think that we're supposed to go here and there. And they think that they're expecting me. And I just never show up. Oh, she cracks me up, right? Yeah, okay. And the Hermit is their challenge. Could be a Virgo, Knight of Wands, and the Hangman. So for me, it's gathering their perspective here, right? The Hermit is doing that, trying to, with the light, the lantern, and the Hangman is, you know, also like looking at, you know, things from a different perspective. This could be, maybe they're trying to, I feel like they are. I feel like they're in, you know, solitude here, trying to figure their situation out. Or maybe they're Virgo, but you know, they could be dealing with Pisces too. We see the Queen of Cups and the King here. I feel like, you know, they could be dealing with anybody here, but I feel like you are in this energy that you're my king and I'm your queen, and, you know, stop this nonsense with this other person. They could be staying in a situation for a particular reason, maybe because there's kids or there's money they don't want to walk away from, right? Some men or women do not want to part with their money. No, they don't. And I mean, in some way I understand 7 of Swords, but I would never choose money over love. No, hell no. So this is their challenge, the 7 of Swords. I feel like it's to escape or plan. They look like their challenge here is to like gather their perspective and their insight and, you know, and plan something. Seven of Swords, like plotting to take action, right? And the Two of Wands, yeah, it's reversed. So they're at a crossroads here about it. This is why this is so challenging for them to like make up their mind, or, you know, get their perspective on what they need to do here. Because you're walking away from them. You're challenged by doing it. But at the same time, they're like, OMG, right? Yeah, okay, I don't really want Capricorn to leave me. No, I don't. Yeah. And the Four of Swords is what they want. The Eight of Wands reversed. Ace of Cups. So they want an opportunity in love, for sure. I'm sure it's with you, because here they are worried about you in the recent past, right? The King of Pentacles and the World card. So this is what they want. I feel like they want to heal the situation with you, Four of Swords. But they have all these responsibilities blocking them. Eight of Wands reversed. It can be having too many responsibilities. Too many things like coming at them, right? We see the Wands kind of coming at somebody, right? Kind of, yeah, they are. They're like, yeah. And, you know, this could be too, they want change. They want, you know, this is what they want. They could want to figure things out here. But I feel like they do want to, like, heal this with you. But I feel like your person here is, for whoever this is, right? Whatever Capricorn this is, I feel like they love you here. But they're, you know, they have these challenges for sure. And which I feel like is another union. And the Moon card. So this is what they want. Or they're hoping for. They have doubts and fears that they can heal the situation with you. I feel like they do. And maybe because they're in another union, and they could know that you're like, well, you know what? You're always going to stay in that union. You're going to stay there. Well, I'm going to leave. I have my own life, all right? I'm beautiful and I'm young. And or if you're not beautiful and you're not young, but you're, you know, you're older, and, you know, whether or not you're beautiful or not, you could be thinking times, you know, I'm not going to be on this planet forever. I'm not going to play, you know, tit for tat with you for the next 10 years. Waiting for your, you know, your DA, right? Waiting for your dumb ASS. You could be thinking that way. King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles here. I don't know if they're dumb, you guys. Two of Pentacles showing up. This is what they are fearing or doubting. I feel like they're the King of Wands. And they're fearing or doubting. I feel like they're afraid you're leaving them out. Five of Pentacles. I feel like they are. They could be afraid you're leaving them out because maybe you want them to make a choice here, Two of Pentacles, between you and somebody else. Because that's what this reading is kind of about. You're leaving because they're unavailable. Death card. They're afraid you're ending it with them, Capricorn, right? They're afraid you're going to ride into town or ride out of town as the skeleton here and cause this destruction, right? In their emotional life, yeah. So we're going to see all about them, Capricorn, in the extended we are. And we're going to look at the underlying energies and also how they feel about you, how they're seeing the situation, what's most fundamental or important to them, or pressing actions they're going to take, what they hide, and their true intentions. Thank you so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, you guys.